Sometimes getting out away from everybody so you can do a little meditating, uh, pondering about life, meditating on what you have received from the Lord, counting your blessings. Yeah, name them one by one. Hello, William. I'd like to outdoors, and I'd like to thank you for joining me for this episode of Burn Friday Burn. A thought come on me a while ago, uh, sitting here feeding, about walking, and checked out a passage where I had heard something about walking before. So I'm going to read that to you, coming out of the book of Isaiah. Uh, Isaiah chapter 30, verses 18 through 22. God had God had been on to his people because of their disobedience. They're wanting to worship their things. You know, sometimes we get caught up in living according to the standards of the world. Even though we're claiming to be a follower of Jesus Christ, we still fall real easily, fall right into living like the rest of the world because we have made it up in our minds that we want to live the American dream. We want to have a fine car, a TV in every room, things, jewelry, whatever your vice is. God had got on to his people about worshiping their things, golden idols, silver idols, he said. So, beginning with verse 18. So the Lord must wait for you to come to him so he can show you his love and compassion. You know, we talked recently about coming to God, becoming in Christ. For the Lord is a faithful God. Blessed are those who wait for his help. O people of Zion who live in Jerusalem, you will weep no more. He will be gracious if you ask for help. He will surely respond to the sound of your cries. And we are his people, and he's going to respond to our cries, providing we're willing to do as this passage talks about. Verse 20. Though the Lord gave you adversity for food and suffering for drink, he will still be with you to teach you. You will see your teacher with your own eyes. Your own ears will hear him. Right behind you a voice will say, "This is the way you should go, whether to the left or to the right." Then you will destroy all your silver idols and your precious gold images. You will throw them out like filthy rags, saying to them, "Good riddance." King James Version in verse 21 says, "This is the way, walk in it." Our teacher, he teaches us if we're willing to listen to what he's saying. And all too often we don't. We still, like I said, we have our idols. You get addicted to a TV series. We all seem to have a vice of some sort that we worship. I mean, that's what it is. Anything that we give more time to than what we give to God, that's our idol, and we're worshiping it. I like to drink coffee. A lot of people do. But I can set it down. I don't have to. I don't have to set God down just so I can drink some coffee. Even out here, uh, the burn is going to look a little different. Of course, I'm in a different place, on location. How's that? Uh, and so that's going to look a little bit different. So I think I will go do that and get back on this. I shall return shortly. Alright, let's see if we can get this burn to walk this way. Sparks went right through. There we go. Sparks kept falling through. All right. Like I said, I'd be back. Uh, I said that Isaiah had been on to these people because God had something to say to them and they wasn't listening. So I think I'll read that. The background for the passage I already read. I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 30 verses 8 through 11. And just so everybody would know, God told Isaiah, now go and write down these words. Write them in a book. They will stand until the end of time as a witness. So, what I'm reading, even the passage I read before, are still good. They still stand. they will stand as until the end of time as a witness that these people are stubborn rebels who refuse to pay attention to the Lord's instructions. They tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what's right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies. Forget all the gloom. Get off your narrow path. Stop telling us about your Holy One of Israel. I hate to say it, but I'm going to. There are so many churches today that are clam-packed full of people that go along with that passage. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to be told warm and fuzzy things. God said in verse 12, this is the reply of the Holy One of Israel. Because you despise what I tell you and trust instead in oppression and lies, calamity will come upon you suddenly like a bulging wall that bursts and falls. In an instant it will collapse and come crashing down. You will be smashed like a piece of pottery, shattered so completely that there won't be pieces big enough to carry coals from a fireplace or a little water from the well. God told those people that just because they are so rebellious and they would rather listen and live lies, that they are going to be completely tore down. And sometimes God allows that to happen even today. He allows people to go their way until they get smashed and come to Him so He can show His love and compassion. Sometimes it might have to be calamity come into your life so you will rethink what you're doing, which way you are going, so you will get back on that narrow path that even this passage talked about. And I just believe it's the same narrow path that Jesus talked about, that there's going to be a few people find it and walk down it. So I can't say I haven't been there, because I have. God allowed me that same opportunity that He allowed these people that He's talking to here in Isaiah, that He allowed me to have my idols. He allowed me to be that bulging wall that burst and collapsed and broke me into so many little pieces. He was the only one that could put it back together and make something new out of it. Sometimes the life we had isn't worth restoring. It's full of nothing good. And that's good too, because God can make something out of nothing. He can make something good out of something bad. So call out to Him in your times of calamity, even if you're not in a broken state. If you're just having problems, He can lead you in a direction where you can learn what you need to know so that your problem will go away. Or maybe you will be able to deal with it in such a way that it won't be pulling you down with it. So once again, thanks for joining me for this episode of Burn Friday Burn. I would like to encourage you to listen to the voice of the Lord and hear that voice behind you and walk in the way He's telling you to go. And that if it's not in a direction that leads toward Him or toward good, uh, probably don't need to go that way. And you might not want to listen to that voice because God's not going to mislead you. He's going to want you to go in the narrow path. Yeah, through the straight gate. So once again, I pray the Lord bless and keep you and fill your hearts and minds with His perfect peace.